Hey there, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches so many lives: recovery. Have you ever felt like hope was just out of reach? Like you were stuck in a cycle you couldn't break? If so, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to explore 3 real stories of recovery that might just change your perspective. These aren't just tales of triumph. They're roadmaps to finding hope again. So let's get started. Let me introduce you to Sarah, a 32-year-old teacher who has battled depression for years. Sarah's story starts in her mid-20s, when she began feeling a constant sense of tiredness and a lack of motivation. Picture this: she would drag herself to work each day, only to come home and sleep for hours. Weekends? Well, those were spent in bed, curtains drawn, as if the world outside didn't exist. Sarah tried so hard to hide her struggles from her friends and family, putting on a brave face, but inside, she felt empty and hopeless, like she was just going through the motions of life without really living. The turning point for Sarah came when her sister noticed her withdrawal and insisted she seek help. At first, Sarah was reluctant. She didn't want to admit that she needed help, but eventually, she agreed to see a therapist. That first session wasn't easy. She felt vulnerable and exposed, like she was peeling back layers of herself that had been buried for so long. But slowly, as the sessions continued, she began to open up about her feelings. Through therapy, Sarah learned to identify those negative thought patterns that had been dragging her down. She started to challenge these thoughts, replacing them with more balanced ones. Medication also played a crucial role in her recovery, helping to stabilize her mood and allowing her to see the world through a clearer lens. Now, let's shift our focus to Mike, a 45-year-old former athlete who struggled with alcohol addiction. Mike's drinking began as a way to cope with the pain of a career-ending injury. What started as a few drinks to numb both physical and emotional pain quickly spiraled out of control. His relationships suffered, he lost his job, and his health deteriorated. The rock bottom came when Mike woke up in the hospital after a drunk driving accident. Thankfully, no one else was hurt, but it was the wake-up call he desperately needed. Mike's road to recovery began with rehab. He learned about the nature of addiction and developed strategies to manage his cravings. After completing rehab, Mike joined a support group. Being around others who understood his struggle was crucial. It created a sense of community that he had been missing for so long. In addition to that, he discovered a new purpose in volunteering at a local youth sports program. Helping kids achieve their dreams gave Mike a sense of fulfillment that he hadn't felt in years, and it was a powerful reminder of what truly mattered in life. Finally, we have Lisa, a 28-year-old graphic designer who overcame an eating disorder. Lisa's struggle with food and body image began in high school. The pressure to look a certain way led her down a dark path of restrictive eating and over-exercising. As her weight plummeted, her health suffered, and she became increasingly isolated, avoiding social situations that involved food. Lisa's turning point came when she fainted at work and was rushed to the hospital. The doctor's words hit her hard. If she didn't change her ways, she might not survive. With the support of her family, Lisa entered a specialized treatment program. She worked with nutritionists to develop a healthy relationship with food, and therapy helped her address the underlying issues fueling her disorder. One unexpected source of healing came through art therapy, where she used her creativity as a tool for recovery, channeling her emotions into her artwork. Now, as we reflect on these 3 powerful stories, we can see some common patterns. All 3 individuals hit a low point before they sought help. They needed support from others to begin their recovery journeys, and each had to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves. Recovery wasn't linear for any of them. There were setbacks and challenges along the way. But through it all, they found new ways to cope and discovered new sources of meaning in their lives. The turning points in these stories share similarities too. For both Sarah and Lisa, it took the intervention of loved ones to get the help they needed. Mike's turning point was a dangerous wake-up call that forced him to confront his reality. Each of them had to admit they couldn't overcome their struggles alone, and this acceptance of needing help was a crucial first step. So what can we learn from these stories? First and foremost, recovery is possible, even when it feels hopeless. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Professional support can be life-changing, and building a support network is essential. Finding new sources of meaning and purpose can aid recovery. And remember, small steps can lead to big changes over time. Setbacks are part of the journey, not the end of it. What worked for these individuals? Therapy provided them with tools to manage their thoughts and emotions. Support groups offered understanding and a sense of community. Rediscovering old interests or developing new ones helped create balance in their lives. Learning to be kind to themselves was a game changer for all three. On the flip side, what didn't work? Trying to handle everything alone only prolonged their struggles. Ignoring the problem or pretending everything was fine didn't help either. Quick fixes or surface-level changes weren't sufficient, and comparing their recovery to others' journeys was counterproductive. Here are some practical takeaways for anyone who might be struggling. If you're feeling overwhelmed, reach out for help. It's the first step toward change. Be patient with yourself. Recovery takes time. Celebrate those small victories. They add up. Find healthy ways to manage stress, whether through exercise, meditation, or other means. Surround yourself with supportive people who lift you up. Consider keeping a journal to track your progress and feelings. And remember, recovery looks different for everyone. What matters most is finding what works for you. These stories show us that no matter how dark things may seem, there's always hope. Recovery is a journey, not a destination. It takes courage, support, and persistence, but it's absolutely worth it. If you're on your own recovery journey, I hope these stories have inspired you. Remember, you're not alone. There's help and hope out there. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like and share. And if you feel comfortable, share your own recovery story in the comments. Your words might be just what someone else needs to hear today. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.